What's going on, guys? Twig and Timber Outdoors here with an unboxing for you. I received some communication through this company via social media, and so just as a forewarning, yes, they did send this to me. Yes, it is a paid sponsorship, or product review. However, I am given full liberty to be as honest and give my full and honest opinion about each product they've sent. There's quite a lot, so let's get through it. Let's see. So the company is Snowbee USA. They've been around for quite a long time, but this is the first little bit of venture they've done into the U.S. markets. So they've been in the U.K. for quite some time. Let's see. Okay, so this is part one of the package. And this, let's make sure there's nothing else in here. Might be, all right. So this is the Snowbee Diamond 2, or Diamond Squared fly rod. They asked what size, so I got a 10-foot, that's not in focus, a 10-foot, 4-piece, 3-weight. And so Snowbee's been around for a long time, mostly doing waders, but they've really cut themselves into the market here, and already the Cordura rod tube is nice. I really like the leather patchwork here. This is retails for, let's see, this one's not the most expensive rod in their arsenal, but it's also not their most inexpensive. I believe it's a lifetime warranty. Let's see here. Let's see. There is a warranty, but I'll have to get back to you. I'll put it in the video of some kind, in some way. So this MSRP is for $249.99. It's a little more than some, but not as much as others. They do have a more affordable rod and a more expensive rod. And so the rod tube, it's actually very nice. It reminds me, it's got like an old school feel. If you've ever opened like old school rod socks after you've taken them out of the tubes, they kind of always have like, this has like almost like a cool vintage shoelace feel to it. And then the rod sock itself is labeled, but it also has kind of almost like, I don't know, if you ever buy vintage stuff off of eBay, it kind of has that feeling to it. So the blank itself, let's see, this rod is 3.7 ounces. It has a, it says full wells, but obviously what I'm seeing is a little different. Let's see, olive green, blank. Let's see, wood insert reel is pretty sweet. I'll get close-ups to this. And the diamond cutout reel seat layout, I don't know what you want to say it is, but stylistically it's cool. The wooden reel seat insert matches the blank, which is cool. These are brushed aluminum. The cork looks nice. I always appreciate seeing the higher stressed cork spots on both the rear and forward piece where you put your thumb. It's basically, it's different materialed cork and density cork to kind of last. Let's see, this is Tri-Modulus Carbon Tech Blanks. Let's see, they say, according to the website, diamond rods are designed with the particular fishing application in mind. This one specifically for nymphing, and because you know that I do a lot of nymphing. Let's see, crisp middle to tip action. So obviously with a nymphing rod, I do like having a faster action. It's fairly light. It's very light by comparison to some of the rods I fished. Not the lightest, but it is light. Let's see. Great looking timeless appeal rod for lighter Eastern Euro and Czech nymph style fishing. So that's the main part of the rod here. And let's see. Yeah. So right off the bat, it does say made in China, but most blanks and most rods are assembled and or manufactured overseas. And any company that says it's not might just mean that they assemble it stateside, unless you're paying a very high premium. So for $249, it's a much better rod, especially looks-wise, than many of the rods that I fish that are also made overseas. So there's the main rod body. Let's take a look at the guides. Yeah, so it's a very straightforward, simple guide. Nothing crazy. The nice, large-sized snake guide, guides here. So let's take a look at some of the more tip-sized or sided. Yeah, they're definitely oversized guides, which is good for shooting line. And if you're gonna do, sometimes whenever I'm gonna flip line and I've got some in my hands and I need to extend my reach, it's really nice. And then, let's see, nice wide tip top. You can tell that action, very tip oriented. Obviously I can't attest right now to its fishability, but I will get on the water very soon to test these out. So if I had to base it solely on presentation alone, the rod is pretty nice for $249 with a warranty. It doesn't, that rivals definitely many of the other companies, one, that I've worked with, but two, just in general, some of those upper echelon companies with name brands that you'll pay a ton of money for. I'm still looking for good value, but obviously value comes in many shapes and sizes. So whether that be you're looking for bottom of the barrel cost, or you want a rod that might last you a little longer or that you have a warranty for, one thing that I always say is that if I can afford a rod that has a warranty, typically with how frequently I fish, it ends up paying for itself over time. So there's the rod. Definitely looking forward to seeing what's in the rest of the package. Let's see if I can get into it. It's extremely well packaged up. Okay. All right. Do this all raw and on stage for you guys. All right, nice little letter here, hand signed by the president of Snowbee USA. Cool. And there are 3 things in this box. So let's take a look. Extremely well packaged. Nice. Okay, first things first, sweet hat. Who doesn't like a good snapback? So we'll replace the current one adorning the top of my noodle right here with this one. Probably have to break it in a little bit, but how's it look? It's a little loose on me, but that's okay. We have a nice tee, Snowbee. It's like in a sage-ish kind of color, and doesn't smell bad like sometimes you receive shirts and stuff, and it'll fit perfect. Okay, now on to the 3 main things. These 3 things, when we were talking, the president and I, are fairly unique. So let's get into the first thing. The fly line. This is the Snowbee XS Plus Thistledown 2. Now, here's the interesting. It's made in England. This fly line, the reports say, go from a 2 weight all the way to a 5 weight on the same line. It almost sounds really too good to be true, but that's what I want to test out. But already the packaging that's sent is really nice. The box is really nice. It's got a nice little bit of paperwork to talk about different ways you can tie and rig your stuff. This is a very hard plastic. I'm not sure if this is... Can I just pull it off or twist it off? I'm not sure. I'd like to get into this. There we go. And then inside of it is line slick. The diameter of the line is really thin. I don't know if you can see that, guys. But the diameter, and if I get too close, it's out of focus. So, very thin. But let's see what he said about the line. He said, okay, so the Snowbee XS Plus Thistledown 2 fly line, ranging from 2 weight to 5 weight. The MSRP on that's $79.99. It's a 90-foot total length. The head length on it is 34.5 foot. It's a 12.5-foot front compound taper, 18-foot belly, and 4-foot rear. So should shoot fairly evenly. Roll cast probably pretty well too. Running lines 55.5 foot, and this is what the color they call olive and buckskin. Olive and buckskin. Something else? Is that something else in there too? What's that? That's a little okay. Just want to make sure I'm not missing anything. He says one line that works on a 2 to 5 weight rod even works great on a one weight rod if you want to overline. It's hard to believe, but it really works. No other line like it on the market. It's soft, supple, totally memory-free, and effortless to cast. The optimum diameter and profile creates hardly any drag when casting. That weight becomes less important when achieving the cast. The new and refined compounds for these lines, braided core, primer, and nanotech coating, combine to give the thinnest, most supple, weight-forward profile possible. The line weighs very little, but deliver incredible stealth and accuracy at the same time. The silky smooth finish and thin diameter means that the line's speed can be maintained throughout the casting action and delivers the fly precisely where required with minimum effort. The line will cut through almost any breeze, and the diameter does look like that. And its drag, with its drag coefficient being so small. The line is primarily designed for river and light fishing on small still waters, but it's now a regular companion on almost any application where an angler enjoys lightweight finesse, stealth, and accuracy. Each line comes with a token bottle of Snowbee Slick. Another option for heavier performance, there is a longer leader, heavier fly setups associated with stillwater fishing. There's also a 5 to 7 weight option. So this is really unique. I'm actually fairly excited to try this out. And if it does work really well, instead of buying 5 lines, I can have 1 line or 2 of these and swap them in and out or whatever. But looking forward to trying that out. $80 is kind of expensive for a fly line, especially for many of us here who do things on the economic side. But it's kind of like one of those things where if it does work for most applications and I can get away with having 1 line and not worrying about, oh shoot, I hope that I brought my 6 weight line for the rod, or my 7 weight line, or my 5 weight line, or 4 weight line, or whatever. If I could have 2 lines, maybe it'd be worth it. Okay, that's the Thistledown 2, retail $80. Next item, which I'm also fairly interested in, this is the Snowbee Onyx fly reel, and this is in a 5 to 7. This one's really unique. Okay, so in the box, we have a nice breakdown of the reel, and it's some recommended maintenance. What looks like to be a carrying pouch, and that's it. Let's see here. Get to the... There we go. So let's take a look at the reel itself, because ain't nobody got time. This is super cool. Okay. So here is your reel. Fairly standard. Looks nice. And I don't know if you can see that, but there's inside, there is a little, I don't want to say plastic. I don't want to use the wrong term here. We're going to call it a spare cassette spool. Okay? And so, already, construction's great. No play. But I'd be lying if I said that it blew me away. But the cool part is, so I'll take this apart, each one of these cassettes, okay, comes out somehow. So I don't want to break it, but there's a way that you take this off and replace it with one of the spares. There's a third one here. Okay, It's called the cassette reel. And it comes with this little pouch so that the idea is you have one reel for all your rods from a 5 to a 7 weight, and it lasts you, and you don't have to concern yourself with buying a bunch of reels. You just pick up these cheaper cassettes. The cassettes are made of a form of plastic, and until I can find them, I don't want to lie about what it's made of, but they feel fairly sturdy. But out of the box, or out of the reel, they feel a little less durable than inside the reel. Inside the reel, they feel pretty good. Like they're not going to... I feel like all the weak parts of the reel are protected by aluminum. And this is this is the cheaper of their reel line, and because this one is die cast. No, I take that back. The main frame is die cast and finished on a precision CNC machine. So retail for this system, the whole system, $139.99. Main frame and spool are made from lightweight to durable die cast aluminum. Like I said, finished on a CNC machine. He says you get the best of both worlds: the finish, the feel, the precision of CNC machined reel, but at a die cast price. Large arbor design gives faster line retrieve, more consistent drag performance, and minimum line memory. That's very true. Multi-disc center drag system performs above expectations at this price level. Cork and stainless steel drag discs, so both cork and stainless, and it looks like they're sealed to a degree, which is cool. Smooth, powerful drag performance with minimum startup inertia. And if for those of you guys who like a clicker both ways, it is a click both ways. Let me just check the drag here. It is smooth, and again, a lot will change depending on what the how the reel does in a live field performance. But so far, so good. Cassette system comes with a cassette spool. Offered the convenience of quick changing cassette system, coupled with cost-saving multiple spare cassette spools. Generous backing capacity makes these reels ideal for both river fishing and small still waters. 5 to 7 and 7-9 models, so there are 2 models for this one. Available in cassette system comprising a reel plus 3 spare cassette spools and a carrying case. 3/4 and 9/11 are also available in standard reel design. Alright, so the specs on this, we have die-cast aluminum, CNC precision finish, multi-disc center drag system, flexible polycarbonate spare cassette spools. Okay, so it prevents cracking. It's a 3.5-inch diameter. Total weight is 5.6 ounces. Carrying case with zipper and carrying strap included. Cool. I really wish that you don't mind me taking 30 seconds to try and figure out how to take this off without looking at the instructions. I don't want to go total bro, but you know what? I'm going to have to look at the instructions maybe towards the end. Hold on here. I'm going to have to tinker with it because I without taking time on the stream or on the recording, I don't want to waste anyone's time that feels like they should be doing something else. So the idea is, though, that with a fairly easy conversion, you can just swap out spools. So cool. I'll be testing that as well, along with the line. And the last bit of kit. So I told, basically, whenever they asked what kind of stuff my subscribers like, I told them that most of the subscribers are on an economically tight budget. And so most of the stuff you see here is stuff that they economically feel is a good value. Like, they have other lines, they have even more expensive reels and rods. But they thought, why not send something kind of middle of the line that is a great value, that's not the least expensive, but also not the most expensive they have. And that's also what I have here. This is the 210D Watermaster chest cleated sole pair of waders. So, you know, I'm a huge proponent of you know, stocking foot waders, but their stocking foot waders cost a little more money. They might be a little higher quality, or they might be a better, you know, material, but this is just something that's fairly inexpensive by comparisons to other major manufacturers. These guys are not new to the business. When I was talking to the president, he said that you know, these guys are out of England originally, and they've been doing waders for a very, very long time. And so I was very eager to give a look at some of their waders. So, and who knows, maybe I might like boot, you know, waders after this. So already I'm noticing that whenever I grab the boots are definitely a different type of material. They're not as stiff and hard as some others. The soles look pretty grippy. Hard to tell, obviously, without getting out on the water. Let's see. So, let's see. I don't know if you can see this that well. I like the color. I dig the color. What did I just drop? Oh, the patch kit. Drop the patch kit. The front looks convenient. Has nice pockets and stuff. So, let me just read what he has to say about the waders. And I really like these straps. They almost remind me of like snowboard, like belts and straps on on higher end, like coats and pants. So the Snowbee 210 nylon Watermaster waders boot footed. MSRP, these are $150. Okay, so most people associate Snowbee with quality waders. This is because we were the first company to introduce lightweight PVC waders to the UK 30 years ago. We combined super heavy duty Wadermaster model, that's what he wrote, known for people who want bulletproof wader with lightweight 210 denier nylon material for more flexible yet remains super tough and great looking. Loved by fisher farmers, farm keepers, fire brigades, water authorities, and the environmental agency. These are not breathable or lightweight. What they are incredibly tough, durable, and hard wearing. So this isn't their breathable line. This is something that they sent, you know, again, great value. Want to give you guys something that would be, you know, rugged and tough. And it does feel super, almost like a really high quality, waterproof, like field coat. 210 denier. So here are the specs. 210 denier, nylon material with laminated PVC lining. Full ranges of sizes from 6 to 16 and full body sizes 9 to 13. Seams up the outside of the legs and single front to back crotch seam to avoid chafing. That is really nice, especially if you're not going to have a breathable wader. 3-in-1 front patch pocket on chest and hand warming pocket behind. Cool. Main dip compartment plus 2 mesh front pockets. Additional internal zipped waterproof pocket for mobile. Okay, so yep, just like kind of your standard, like it has an inside pocket as well for mobile or car keys. Adjustable elasticated braces with quick release plastic buckles. The buckles seem pretty hardcore. Yeah, same as my waders that have lasted me 5 years now. Adjustable elasticated 2-inch webbing, waist belt for comfort and safety. The waist belt actually is probably one of the nicest waist belts I've ever seen come on a stock pair of waders, if you will. And that is no joke. It's like this is really nice, actually. 2 D-rings for accessories, in case you're a guy that doesn't want to wear too much, I suppose. And those are in the front. Where are those? Where are those? Oh, okay. Just right here on the sides. Elasticated drawstrings around the chest for snug fit, standard stuff. And then heavy-duty 2-tone PVC boots, heat welded, okay, to the upper to ensure they remain watertight. Heat welded, that's pretty cool. And it looks like the seam is fairly wide too. So, I'm extremely interested to see how they do. I'll probably wait until fall to test these out. Because, well, maybe not. I'll wait for a cool day, I suppose. Because I'm a fan of breathables. And so, if this is going to get a little warm, either that or I'll have to go, you know, in my skivvies or something underneath to make sure that I don't get overheated. But I think with this belt, the nice quality of the belt, I'll be able to roll these down pretty well. And it looks like these, yeah, the way they're all set up, I could lengthen them and have them come down. Not like convertibles, but, you know, close enough. And maybe I'll wear them soon enough. As long as it's not a 90-degree day again. All right, so there you go. And then, so these retail $149.99, $79.99, and $134.99, I think I said. $139.99. So, I want to give a special thank you to Snowbee USA. Oh, and then the rod was that $249? Let's see. Was $249.99. So I want to give a huge thank you to Snowbee USA. I'm really thoroughly excited to try these out. Hopefully everything works as you guys intended, because I am excited to start nymphing with the Diamond 2. I'm definitely going to use it with this line, but I will also demo this line on other rods, because I do want to test the 2 to 5 weight castability, and that'll be probably its own separate video as well. And then once I figure out what I'm doing with this, reel, you bet that I will be, hopefully, if it works out really well, I can start using this on all my rods, or have 2 of these and use them on all my rods. So there's that. Hopefully you guys like this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. The link for Snowbee, it's SnowbeeUSA, I believe, .com. Let me just double check. It was on this box. Nope, just www.snowbee.com. I do believe there's a US and a UK site, so beware of that. The link for the US site will be in the description below. But thank you so much. Give the video a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Make sure you share with others, and stay tuned for some more videos. Until next time, guys. Catch you guys on the flip side. Tight lines, and we're out.